Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review, and thanks for joining me for a first of a three-part series looking at beers from Texas. And I was lucky enough to be brought back a range of beers, range of canned beers from Texas by a friend at work. You know, I'm a complete beer geek. I take every opportunity for someone to bring me some beers back, especially from America. He was going to Texas, so I thought, why not get some local stuff? And the guys at beertownaustin.com recommended a variety of breweries to check out, and the ones that I got brought back are all from the Southern Star Brewery, and that is in Conroe, Texas. So the beers, I'll show you the one I'm going to be reviewing in a minute, but the other ones, I've already had a can of this and it was lovely. Really different. That's a can of Bombshell Blonde Ale. I've got, this is the one that a lot of people were talking about. This is one that got recommended to me. That was Buried Hatchet Stout, so that'll be coming up soon. But the one that I'll be drinking today is in a full pint can, which I think is really cool, because these kind of cans are quite synonymous with craft beer revolution, really, especially the canned craft beer revolution. But this harks back to macro kind of produced beers. So I'm going to be really interested to see what this is like. I've heard some good things as well. So anyway, let's get on with the review. And it's a can of Pine Belt Ale. Pine Belt Pale Ale from the Southern Star Brewing Company in Conroe, Texas. So let's get this in the glass. Oh, I was reaching for my bottle opener then. Don't need that. Don't need that. It's a can. It's nice and cold. Whoops, a bit lively. Okay, it's a little bit lively. It's all dripping down the kitchen counter. I guess that's a benefit of reviewing a beer in the kitchen. You can just mop up the floor. Anyway, let's have a look. Ooh, really interesting colour. Let's have a look at it in the light. You know, it's kind of like a sandy kind of. It's like a sunset over the sea. It's kind of orangey and red, but really kind of hazy. And the head is really nice and creamy. Kind of off. Ooh, I just inhaled then and got a bit of a preview of the nose. And with a really nice creamy head. I don't know if that's a can thing, but yeah. Oh, I forgot to say it is. What's the ABV on this? It's not one of those ones where I don't tell you how strong it is it? Annoyingly, I can't see the ABV on that. Don't worry about it. I'll put it in the text review. I'll go and rate beer and figure it out. Anyway, let's waffle. Let's have a sniff. Ooh, that smells amazing. Oh, really nice. Oh, I don't know what's in it, but for me it screams out kind of Cascade and Amarillo. Oranges. A little bit musty. Not too much though. Really nice and fresh. Orange. Big oranges, like a Jaffa orange, which is kind of softened out with a really nice amount of pale malt. Oh, touch swampy, but not in a bad way. Oh, maybe a bit of Simcoe. But yeah, orange. A freshly cut, open lemon as well. I'll come back to the nose in a minute. I'm dying to try this. Anyway, cheers. I want to know how strong that is, because that is right up my alley. Is that lovely amount of bitterness. Initial flavours: a bit of grapefruit, orange peel, a bit of touch of lemon juice, but it's nice and fresh and kind of creamy. The body, I think the body might be from the can, being dispensed from the can. Oh, it's got a lovely complex bitterness, but in a real I say complex, it's just, it unfolds. Because it's a simple bitterness, but it really unfolds and kind of hits you at different points over the journey, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of that kind of, that mustiness kind of in the background, but yeah, oranges. slightly, maybe slightly old orange. Maybe thing that reminds me of the taste of the stone of a peach. You know when you're sucking on the stone of a peach, like that as well. I've had this in the fridge a while. It's nice and cool. Slightly floral, slightly earthy, kind of hop quality. And it comes in waves, it comes in nice peaks of bitterness, which is really pleasing for this style of beer, which is American Pale Ale, which is one of my favourite styles of beer. As a home brewer, I am predominantly, I mean, I'm still a novice, but I predominantly brew American Pale Ales, hoppy Pale Ales. It's just the kind of thing that I like to drink on a regular basis. Yeah, it's there. It's a nice level of pithy bitterness, which keeps coming in peaks, which is lemony and orange. But the orange, once again, as I said, maybe I'm thinking about it now, maybe like a clementine, which is that kind of more sweeter, less tart bitterness. Because it's not a tart bitterness at all. Bits of kind of grapefruit in there, but it's never overpowering and aggressive. That is a lovely beer. I'm going to pour a bit more because I'm looking at the time. I think I'm doing alright for time, so I'm going to take a bit more on this beer because it's lovely. Yeah, it has got that kind of... I really want a descriptor for this quality in a beer. It's a bit musty, but I've had it in too much in certain directions and it's really put me off. But in this level, it's really pleasant. It seems a bit more spicy than musty. Maybe it's like opening up already open kind of pot of maybe nutmeg or paprika or something like that. There's something like that in there. Maybe a combination of paprika, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Just, if you put them all together, I'm going to be fascinated. I might do that in a minute. See what that's like. Because that's kind of underlying all this. Because it's all about nicely rounded, softer citrus flavours. It's lovely. I really like that. I really like that. Nice bit of grapefruit at the back as I'm saying that. So yes, still can't find the ABV. No, it's one of those weird things in America. Just don't say, just tell you what the ABV is. Regardless, that is a can of Pine Belt Pale Ale from the Southern Star Brewing Company in Conroe, Texas. That's lovely. That's a lovely beer. I wish we got canned beers like that in this country, because I'd be buying it like crazy. I know Brewdog had that kind of foray into canned beers with Punk and 77 Lager, which I thought were fantastic at the start, but I don't know if they've had the legs really to last. But I think it's a wonderful thing. I hope more UK craft beers are available in cans, because I think it is a really good step in the right direction to convert the kind of more casual drinker into a more interesting beer. I know we call it craft beer, but to the general populace, it's just beer. But anyway, less of the waffle, less of the less of my kind of statements on the future of this business. That is once again Southern Star Pine Belt Pale Ale from Conroe, Texas. Lovely, lovely stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining me for another beer review, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.